So when you're in a handstand, what the hell do I do with my hands? How do I use my fingers? How do I actually balance a handstand? What's up, guys? Coach Ollie here from CaliUnity Gym. Ollie, how do I balance the handstand? What do I do with my fingers? How, I can kick up maybe, and I can go against the wall, but I can never seem to lock it in freestanding. In this video, I'm gonna go through exactly how you use your fingers and your hands to balance you. I'll even give you a bonus tip of how you can use other parts of the body to balance a handstand. And by the end of this video, you may not have a handstand, but you will know how to balance one. So let's dive right in. If you're at home, I'd really recommend you to stand up and to feel this for yourself. So, stand up, legs together, straight legs, just like so, and all I want you to do is to lean forwards. Notice what you do with your toes. Your toes, as you lean forwards, they almost grip the floor, just like that, right? As you lean back, they lift up, and that helps you balance. Okay, so you lean too far forwards, your toes grip the floor, and as you come back, you lift up, then you shift the weight. And now, I really recommend you close your eyes and just feel as you lean forwards, how the weight is distributed amongst your feet. And notice how you don't even have to think about it, you just naturally move forwards and back. Now, this is the exact same thing as a handstand. What you want to do is, as you're going over in the handstand, you want to squeeze your fingers just in the same way that you squeeze your toes when you're going over. So let's give this a try. So I'm going to try and simulate falling forwards, and then bam. You see my fingers squeezing? Squeeze there. Squeeze there. Squeeze there. Squeeze. Okay? The harder bit is actually the reverse bit. So if we're standing up, it's the feeling of coming back and lifting up into our toes and distributing the weight onto the heels. I'll try and do it, but it's pretty hard to show you for this one, but I'll see if I can get a live action replay for you guys. So as I come back, I shift forwards. Yeah, it's quite hard to do. Now, this brings me nicely on to the second bit, which is why that demo was so much harder than the first demo. If you think about your fingers and you think about your toes, it's almost like it's a volume button, right? A volume button in your car, you can scale from 0 to 100. So if you're squeezing your fist, for example, I can squeeze from nothing all the way to 100, and then anywhere in between. I have control over that. That's the same thing when you use your fingers in the handstand. So as I'm going over, if I feel like I'm gonna fall, I go, ah, and I squeeze as hard as I can, and that stops me from falling forwards. But if I did the same thing, so if all I did was squeeze to 100%, watch what happens. I just go back. And there's no chance of me holding that handstand. Now, the beauty of using your fingers is that you can go 100, 80, 60, 40, and then back to the middle. And maybe you go 100 to 20%, and you just hold that 20%. Now, the best handstanders I've seen, the ones that I've learned from, and also the people that I've coached, I noticed that they always err on the side of keeping the weight distribution above their knuckles. So you see where my knuckles are? Here. They keep it on this side. I've found that if the weight almost goes back, that's when we have to start thinking about lifting up the fingers, and as the weight comes forwards, you can focus more here. Almost as the weight goes more and more forwards, the squeezing of the fingers shifts to 100%. And so, what I'm essentially saying for you guys is try and keep your weight distribution in your hands forwards of your knuckles, but if you're going too far forwards and you need to bring it back, you squeeze at 100%, but don't go down to 0. my recommendation is bringing it back to 20. So let me see if I can show you in a handstand. So I'll kick up, I'll find my balance, I'll try and save it, and then I'll bring it back to 20%. And let's see if we can hold it. So I'm going too far over, I squeeze at 100%, and then bam, I'm still in my fingers, and I'm still holding in this position, but notice how I'm constantly just changing, manipulating my weight, using my fingers. They're going from 20 to 30, 100% saving it now. Okay? That's what you want to be doing in your handstand. So, a few more things to add to this, because the thing is there's one little step into this, and then it's like this whole world of hand balancing, right? The long story short is, try and keep your weight forwards of your knuckles, and try and predominantly use your fingers. But just like when you hold, when you're standing up, there are also other ways of saving yourself, right? So if I go forwards, the main way I'm gonna save myself is this, right? Like, I can't really do anything else to shift my weight backwards. But if I go this way, notice how I haven't got much control here, right? I can't really change the weight. One thing I can do is I can do this, right? Or maybe I can bend my knees, right? And I can catch it. This is how I personally coach and teach and learn myself how to balance a handstand. When you're going over your fingers, it's a volume button. When you're going behind your knuckles or you're falling back the way you came, it's an on-off switch. Okay, so that's analog, it's on or off. The volume button is digital, we can scale it 0 to 100. What that means is you can save yourself when you're going down, but you can adjust on the forward bit, okay? I know it's getting complicated, but this will hopefully make sense once I do a handstand, you can see it. But you saw me when I was doing that last handstand. I was shifting forwards and back in my hands, and just like when your eyes are closed, you're doing a handstand, and you're standing up, you're not thinking, you're just doing this. When I'm doing a handstand, I'm not thinking, oh, shift fingers, shift back. I could literally be thinking about something else. The more I zone out, the better it is, and I'll get my handstand. So, overall, when you're doing your handstand and you find yourself falling forward, you squeeze your fingers. Try to not let the weight go too far over your knuckles. Keep it at like 20% in the front of your fingers, and try and keep a slight squeeze in your fingers. If you do feel like you're gonna be falling back the way you came, you have to save it as hard as you can and get the weight going back into your fingers so you can actually hold it. So let's see if I can give you an example and talk you through it while I'm doing it. Okay, so I'll try and tell you like where my weight is distributed while I'm doing this handstand. So, fingers, 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 here, yeah, oh, bit of saving that, fingers, fingers. Okay, now I'm gonna try and come back and save it for you guys. So hit, I save it in the arms, I push back through. And then my fingers, oh, let's see if I can save it. Oh, nice save, okay, that was a weird save. Anyway, so come back, oh, okay. So you start to do all these weird things with your legs. Anyway, so, I was teaching this yesterday actually to someone. Once you kind of get really good at handstands, well, I'm not really good at handstands, but once you can like balance consistently for like 30 seconds to a minute, you find that you start using your legs and doing all these weird, wacky things with your legs, okay? Just try it, but mainly, the way that you're gonna hold this is squeezing into your fingers, and then when you go back, pulling your fingers up, or if you're going too far, you have to shift that weight forwards. The way that you do that is by almost doing like a mini handstand push-up. Shift your shoulders forwards, bend your arms, and you'll get that handstand. Okay, so hopefully that was useful for you guys in how to balance a handstand. Again, we have so many more tutorials all over the CaliUnity YouTube. So click subscribe. We're releasing loads more content. You guys are gonna absolutely love it. And check out the links below. We can release loads of free stuff. We've got loads of things online, guys, all to help you guys and the UK to get healthier, to make health and fitness accessible to everyone, and overall, just to make us all healthier and happier with calisthenics, bodyweight training, lifestyle, nutrition, all that good stuff. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this, if you didn't enjoy this, then leave. If you did enjoy it, click like, click subscribe, and maybe share it with a friend who's also struggling with their handstand. All right, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.